Greetings to the class of 2020. Parents, teachers, friends, and family, I believe we are all storytellers. All of us have our individual stories of where we came from and how we got here. Each one of us has contributed pages filled with unique moments that define our class over these past 4 years. Our stories vary with words, pictures, memories, and moments of pride and embarrassment. Your story could be told through a successful sports season, a song that you wrote, a dance that you choreographed, or maybe it's the connections you have made with friends and teachers. However, there are certain aspects of our story that unite us. The settings, the halls and classrooms in Elk Grove High School, the noisy cafeteria during lunchtime, the feeling of being at a Friday night football game, all of these places unite us. Common characters, like seeing Rip on the morning announcements, or high fives from Mr. Galarza and Mr. Sakin. These people have played a major role in our story at Elk Grove High School. But as we reflect on our everyday routines of going to class and eating lunch with the same groups of people, I hope we can begin to realize that it is moments both big and small that define this story of our senior class. Yes, we have had our fair share of typos and confusing storylines. Sometimes that's all high school ever seems to be. Even just these past few months, we were stuck on a cliffhanger that nobody expected. But with the help of our editors, the teachers, parents, and family members that have shown us continuous support, we have created a story that will never be forgotten. The end of our high school careers, we have been faced with challenges unlike anything our class has seen before. But rather than letting this moment be an abrupt ending to our story, we have allowed this moment in history to be an important chapter along the way. We have approached this current chapter with empathy and open hearts, showing just the kind of people this class is filled with. Leaders, creative thinkers, team players, and storytellers. The kind of people that have left a lasting impact on the pages of a story unlike any other. So, wherever we may find ourselves in years to come, I hope we can share with the world the incredible storytellers and the unforgettable stories of Elk Grove High School's class of 2020.
Greetings, parents, teachers, guests, and students of the class of 2020. Growing up, I always asked for one thing every Christmas: Legos. Whether it was the latest SpongeBob or Harry Potter set, I loved the process of opening up the box, sorting out all the pieces, and assembling the set. And as I reflect on the past 4 years, I see that there are a lot of similarities between our journey to graduation and playing with Legos. Our freshman year was like receiving a box of Legos. We were left mesmerized by the beautiful picture on the front. Coming into high school, we all had preconceived notions based on the box art of our Lego sets. Whether it was High School Musical, Mean Girls, The Breakfast Club, or some other high school movie, we were left with excitement, anticipation, and nervousness about the future. It wasn't until sophomore year that we truly started to see all our options. As we opened up the box and sorted every Lego piece, we also started to learn how to navigate the halls, meet new friends, and keep up with classwork, and push ourselves out of our comfort zones. We explored new passions like debate, jazz band, cheer, robotics, and soccer. Along the way, pieces were lost and found again. Friend groups changed, and so did our own interests and identities. Junior year is when we started assembling our Lego sets. From taking the SAT to applying for internships, each block was another step towards our future. While this year was full of anxiety and confusion, we also started strengthening our friendships and goals. By senior year, we all learned the most important rule of playing with Legos. It's more fun if you disregard the instruction manual and play by your own rules. All of you have slowly built pathways to your dreams. Now, the class of 2020 is full of future doctors, lawyers, electricians, politicians, military sergeants, musicians, and more. Above all, I've seen many of you cast off high school stereotypes of cattiness and cliques by volunteering, spreading kindness, and uplifting others. Elk Grove High School class of 2020 As we continue through life, I want to emphasize that this graduation is not an end to playing with Legos. We will have many years full of colorful changes, shiny success, and even some challenges. But always remember that you are the only one with the instruction book. Because if you want to reinvent yourself or explore new opportunities, you can always disassemble all the pieces and start building again, block by block by block.
Greetings, families, teachers, guests, and students of the class of 2020. Every year, the students of Elk Grove High School are required to participate in the swimming unit. Imagine standing at the edge of a pool, anxiously wondering what it would be like to jump in. You feel jittery at even the thought of jumping into cold water. These emotions are similar to what we felt in our freshman year. We weren't sure what friend group we'd fit into or whether the career cluster we tested into was the right fit for us. We didn't know if we would be able to stay afloat once we jumped in. The journey we had ahead of us seemed nearly impossible. It's only in our sophomore year that we began to dip our toes into the water. We began to realize that maybe high school is not as scary as we thought. We began joining clubs like the French Club or the Art Club. We made new friends and set goals for ourselves. We became more adventurous. Maybe we took that class that always seemed fun, like foods or photography, or joined a sport that we knew would challenge us, like cross country. Maybe we decided to try out for AIDA or ELF. We began to figure out who we are meant to be. Our junior year, we mustered up all that we had and took a leap of faith. The water was cold, and at times it was hard to breathe. The challenges we faced as juniors were immense. For the first time, we had to think beyond high school. Our load got heavier as we challenged ourselves with APs and honors classes. Our minds were filled with GPAs, ACTs, and SATs. We learned that we have our boundaries, and we have to take care of ourselves in order to do our best. In our senior year, we finally swam our first laps. All of our anxieties seemed to leave our bodies with each stroke we take. What we had worked for has finally come into fruition. Now, as we prepare to stand at the edge of a new pool, let the past 4 years remind us of our capabilities. With the knowledge and relationships we made throughout high school, let us remind ourselves that we are strong, we are resilient, and above all, we are kind. Next time we look out on a pool that seems too deep, too dark, or too cold, we know that through the experiences we gained in the past 4 years, we will be able to close our eyes, plug our noses, and jump in again. Thank you.